Hello and welcome. Today I'll be showing you the fanciest piston door in the Bedrock edition of Minecraft. Now if you haven't seen Mumbo Jumbo's video, he was challenged to make a piston door somewhat like this where there was, I believe, concrete blocks or whatever getting pushed up here and then pushed on in to make the door. But then he took it one step further and did the bubble columns like that, but he only did one side. Now what I've decided to do is make both sides work, and I believe this is, I would like to say it's expandable, but I'm not 100% sure since I just tried this out. So I can show it in action here, so it closes up just like that, and it opens up just like that, and it closes just like this. The red sand is flung across both sides, and it gets stuck onto the sides there, and there we go. And then once it gets to like here, then these red sand blocks get pushed up, so then whenever it's launched across, the red sand actually hits this instead of just being placed there. It hits that and it falls down, and it does that, and then it fills that up, and then this stops moving, meaning it can fill in the last block here. So this is all the redstone that I used here. Let's look closer at it. So whenever you open it up, all it does is activate this pulse extender, which has this, which opens up this thing here for a certain amount of time, and it all gets stuck down into this position here. And then that's all about the opening. Now for the closing, this piece of this block of redstone gets put down here, which activates this piston, which sends an observer through there. And that observer then activates this clock back here, and this clock goes for a certain amount of time here, and it'll activate this observer, which will push the red sand across. It'll push it across, and then soon right after it'll try and pull it across unless this observer gets an update. So if there's so the sand falls and the observer gets an update pushing that piston across, meaning that it doesn't pull. So whenever there's no more red sand here, then this observer won't get an update, and so then the pulse will be able to go through, meaning that it'll pull it across. Now after it does that, it will then push it over into this position here, and then get pushed into which will then push this one into that position, and then this one will push it into there, and then it'll get sent upwards, and it'll go all the way to the top. Now of course you need to activate it, so after that then this pulse goes through, which then sends an update all throughout here all the way to the top, and it just shoots it across. Now before I was having a problem of whenever it shot across, it actually got placed here, so it'd have it there and then it would kind of be stuck at that position. So what I had before was like two pistons here, full block here, and like a torch here, but that was causing some problems in the end, and I realized that with the piston timings that I didn't actually need the pistons there anymore to stop it. It automatically just gets stopped there. So yeah. And I think that's all the circuits. Well, so it gets pushed across, and these pistons here are there for a reason. That's to block the sand from going there, to going into this spot instead going down there. So right here I have it to where I have another clock here, so it gets activated and then the clock goes off, and it waits, and then whenever it's done waiting, then this will turn on, meaning that there'll be a block here, and this is continuously going, and then it'll start pushing it up. So for like the first like 25 seconds, nothing happens. For the second 25 seconds, then it'll continuously push up, and then it'll block it, and it'll go there. And then for the last one, it doesn't push up or anything. The last one just goes into that spot there. And yeah, that's pretty much how the whole system works here. Only flaw here is that this timer here has to reset. So you can't close it like fast. Like, so I can close it right here, and you'll see that the light will turn on, and you can see that it goes across like this. And so then it'll just do this, and it'll all go through and stuff like that. And then you can either wait here, you can open it up at any point in time, but you can only close it whenever that light is off again. So I just, oh, there we go. So then the clock is reset, so then I can do it again. And yeah, that's pretty much it. That's all that I wanted to show for this fanciest piston door here. And goodbye.